Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jody After the Show podcast.
Father's Day podcast. It's the day after Father's Day.
Okay, so that would be the post-Father's Day podcast?
Yes, and the reason I brought this up for today is it confirms something Jody said last week.
What?
It didn't come exactly. It didn't come exactly from you. You had told us that what fathers want the most for Father's Day.
Yes.
And what was it?
Time with their family, to be recognized, to be remembered.
Yeah, even if it's just a phone call or a text.
Right. Just don't breeze over it. Make a fuss. Make a little fuss about Dad in whatever way you can.
Yeah. Well, my first one rolled in just after midnight.
Oh, nice.
From Parker, and it's like, well, of course, because he's up.
No, that's great though.
Yeah.
I mean, he was first. That should be a thing with your 5 kids. They should be in a competition.
Later in the morning, Maddie wished me a happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Then Sammy, I went over to their house, Sammy and Melissa's house. They had all the dads over there for steaks, and they made Mexican street corn.
Delicious. And they played games. You told us that today.
We played games, yes. And we had a whole bunch of desserts, cobblers and cakes and all that stuff. My son, Will, tried calling me like 2 or 3 times, and we were playing phone tag until about 6 o'clock that night.
So you had all day.
And then Jackson, also, he called me while I was talking to Will, so I had to call him back. So I got my hearing from all 5 kids.
That's fantastic.
And I guess with the more kids you got, the harder it is to round them all up.
Yeah, right.
But it felt great, right?
Yes.
There's nothing they could buy you that would compare.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. It's like I don't expect gifts anymore. I got a gift from Will. It was Murphy. It's one of those infrared thermometers.
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, when I got him on the phone, he goes, "Did you get your gift?" I was like, "No." He goes, "Oh, well, I'm looking at a picture of it. It's by your front door." So he had ordered it on Amazon. So I went and opened it up, and I started shooting stuff all over the house. And it's got a light on it, like the infrared light.
The little pointer on it?
Yeah.
What's the point?
So I can check my vents to make sure they're blowing cold or, I guess.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In the
Murphy
oven,
has something like
when
that.
you cook, you can point it into the oven to see if it's...
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I've had one of those for a very long time. Remember, because I used to point it at Jody, and it comes back hot.
Okay.
That's
Points
what I
for
used to
that,
say
but
anyway.
please
I used to
stop.
say that a long time ago. But it does come in handy, because that's what the HVAC guys use if they come check out your air conditioning to make sure that
And that's why you wanted one.
Because the temperature at the register is supposed to be, if the AC wasn't working, I would know right off the bat.
When he says, "I got to go back out to my truck to get my thermometer," you go, "Hang on."
Right.
Here's mine.
He's going to want to use his own, though.
So anyway, I shot it at the cat, and the cat was like 80-something degrees.
The poor baby.
I pointed it at the ceiling. It was 77. I pointed at the ceiling fan, and the motor was about 5 degrees hotter than the rest. And it's like, well, that's because it's a motor.
Right.
It's so funny. That's a boy gift. That's a boy giving you a man gift.
Mm-hmm.
Because Taylor and Phoebe would never think to give Murphy that, although they know him well. They gift him well.
Oh, yeah, they do.
We all gifted you well.
Yeah, you did. You gifted me extremely well.
Them, though.
I'm sorry. I'm just focused on the beam thing. I think it's cool that Sam finally got one.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those where you'll play with it for a couple of days and then it goes in a drawer.
It's already.
but at least you have it in case you need it.
Here's
it's a
what
tool,
you guys
right?
need to do.
So,
Bring both of your, what are they called?
Infrared thermometer.
Infrared thermometers. Bring them both in and we'll test them.
Calibrate.
Yeah.
See what they work.
You guys are the same.
And you know what's cool, too, is I told Will when I was shooting it, I had him on the phone while I was shooting it all over.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, cool. It's got the little red pointer dot, just like the laser pointer." And he goes, "Oh, well, then that's the second thing. You can play with the cat with it." I was like, "You know what? You are right."
Did the cat chase it?
He wasn't around. After I took his temperature, he ran away.
Yeah, we used to do that little game, too, with the boxers, remember? Chevy, our big boxer, would chase
They chase it for a while, and then when there's no scent attached, they're like, I'm not being silly anymore.
Yeah, eventually they don't fall for it anymore. Yeah. So Jody was right when it came to Father's Day also. I kind of felt like, honestly, it was an entire weekend for me because with my brother and his family and my sister and her family coming over Saturday and hanging out was just great. We don't get to hang out as much as we probably should, So watching the game was great.
We made that about the dads. So we're watching baseball, eating sandwiches. We had meatball sandwiches. It was a very manly get together.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good visit. And then Sunday was I don't think it actually could have been any better because I got the text from Phoebe and I got the text from Taylor, and then Phoebe actually came over early and was hanging out for a couple of hours with us before we all went to dinner. Mm-hmm. And so they surprised me, at 2 o'clock we were all going to get together. Girls had their boyfriends, and we all just went and had a nice dinner.
A late lunch.
But it's just, that's that classic thing. It's become my favorite thing. I guess sitting and eating and socializing has always been one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
But, it was, it was just a great, Father's Day. And then the gifts, Phoebe had I know this is going to sound very simple, but it's perfect. A handmade card. She is really an artist, and she always has something, that's quoting that's funny, and it's usually music related. Mm-hmm. And she gave me that. And then
she drew a picture of you, and it's a pretty good picture.
Yeah, actually,
share it.
It is. It's I would really like to look like that.
Oh,
if that's right.
It's a good picture of you, and it does look like you. That's what's interesting. It's like a caricature.
It is
but
a
she
caricature.
Captured him.
Yeah, you're right. She did. She captured me, and then Taylor making her special tiramisu that she has modified the recipe to it's unbelievable. I didn't even think it actually could be better, but she said she switched up the way she did the coffee, and it was even better this time. Mm-hmm. I ate too much of it, honestly. It's
I don't
that
know how
good.
you ate, but
I know it was.
I thought maybe you should
so
bring a little bit, unless it's yours for Sam.
Well, yeah, we can do that.
Our food.
If there's any left after today, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I had one little serving of it after that meal, so I'm not going to eat any more of it.
Yeah,
anyway.
totally. We should bring some up here. I don't think I can eat that. I mean,
You could.
I could.
But you shouldn't.
Right. I know. Yeah. I'm supposed to be getting back into the good space because it's got heavy whipping cream in it and all this other
It's
stuff.
got mascarpone cheese.
Yeah.
And the cookies that she used, that she soaks in the coffee.
The one other surprise I got on Father's Day was Maddie, when she texted me, she said, go check Instagram. Aww. And I went and checked Instagram, and her sorority had posted pictures of a bunch of the girls and their dads.
Yeah.
Girls when they were toddlers and their dads, or just the girls and their dads. And I was the first one.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Awesome.
I was like, hey, I made it. I'm famous.
Yeah. It's like there's nothing that they could buy you that would mean more than just acknowledging you that day.
Yeah.
Being celebrated. Like moms feel the same about Mother's Day. I just want to be celebrated a little bit, and then the rest of it is about you. I mean, in life.
That, as you get older, you start to realize I don't really care about the gifts. And that's like now I'm starting to understand, my mom with, it don't matter, just, as long as y'all are healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I got to get you something. But now I get it. It's like, I'm good. We had dinner. I talked to people. I texted people.
Yeah.
Everybody was good.
There's that whole pull that goes on based on what age you're in. There's a certain age where you feel like you have to gift your parents something, especially on those days. Mother and father, like Taylor and Phoebe, would never not give us something, but we don't need something. We just want to be with them, spend the day, just like you're saying. And then you get to the point in your life where like, yeah, you really don't. I really mean it. I'm not being humble. I don't want that.
Yeah. Well, things that aren't connected. What Taylor and Phoebe did, I love, because it was them both giving of themselves. I mean, what Phoebe drew, and then Taylor making a dessert.
Yeah, shout out to the homemade gifts.
Yeah, it was really.
We posted your tiramisu on our Instagram and Facebook this morning with the dad and stencils on it. So.
I'm telling you, the Biscoff, that is a win. If anybody wants to try that way,
instead of lady fingers.
Yeah, it is really a win.
I'm wondering if you crunch up a bunch of Biscoff and use that as your crust instead of graham crackers.
It would be fantastic. It would be.
I bet it would
the next time you make a cheesecake. Yeah. I will say something else for those. I mean, we talked about this last week when talking about Father's Day, in that, celebrate the dads who showed up in other ways in your life, other father figures who came in and showed up in other ways. And that could have been a single mom. That could be a stepdad. That could be a neighbor, a coach, anything like that. And on Father's Day now, when I let Murphy sleeps in on the weekends and I get up really early, I usually use that time to text people who are matter to me in my life. I always text my Uncle Terry and my Uncle Larry, who have been like father figures to me, especially when my dad died and I was a teenager.
Yeah.
They both tried in certain ways to be dad-like with me and father figure-like with me, and I pushed away against that when I was a teenager. I tried to push them away, not meaning to, not realizing what was going on psychologically with that. But now I know they're not my dads. I know that. But I think they realize it's just an unspoken thing for me to send them a happy Father's Day. It actually does mean something. It is me saying thank you for being that way in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
I got my text from Jodi, too, before in the 6 o'clock hour Sunday morning.
I text everybody.
Yeah.
You're on the list, too.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.